Hey everybody, welcome back for session 3 of our diabetes education series. So today we're going to talk about food labels. And I did mention the last time around that food labels are going to be an important part of your diabetes management kit. So let's just start diving into that and see how that's going to help you make some healthier food choices and be in charge of your diabetes. So we're going to put a food label up on the screen. So this is just a generic food from the Food and Drug Administration's website. This is a classic food label. So we're going to start at the top, serving size. So this is really important because, again, if we go back to it, even if we choose the healthiest of foods, if we eat more, we get more than we need. More calories, more carbs, whatever it is. And it's as important with things, especially like cereal, where the serving size is there. And I will say I have never once measured a bowl of cereal in my life. So I'm pretty sure that my bowl of cereal is way more than what a serving size is. So if you might have that kind of thing happening in your kitchen too, this is where the serving size is on the food labels. It's going to help you be more in charge. Okay. So in diabetes, one of the most important parts on the food label is the total carbohydrates. You can see that that's in a big, bold, black letters. And then underneath that, there's the categories of fiber, total sugars, and added sugars. So added sugars, just picture that somebody at the plant where this is being put together is just dumping spoonfuls of sugar into your food. The other part of that is whatever is the natural sugar of the food. So the natural carbohydrate of the food, be that a non-starchy vegetable or a starchy vegetable. Okay, so if we're looking at our food label here, you can see that we've got 12 grams of total sugar. Okay, and then we've got 4 grams of fiber. But you notice that our total carbohydrates is 37 grams. So where's the rest of that total carbohydrate coming from? That's the starchy part of whatever this food is. Carbohydrates are made up of 3 components: fiber, sugar, and starches. Starch doesn't have to be on the food label, so that's why it can be a little confusing for a lot of people, because you think, oh my gosh, diabetes, I have to watch the sugar. It's that total carbohydrate number that is going to affect your blood sugar levels. Okay, so now that we've gotten a start on how to understand the food labels, you need an idea of how to use this in your everyday life. So our next slide is going to show the American Diabetes Association's general recommendations for the amount of carbohydrate to eat on a daily basis for most men and for most women. And this is broken down by breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So these are general guidelines. You really want to make sure that you talk to your primary care provider, your diabetes care and education specialist, or a registered dietitian if you're looking for specific personal daily goals, okay, about how many carbs you should have, how much fat you should have, etc. Okay? I know. At the end of our last session, I asked everybody if they had been considering making a change. So today, I want to ask you to ask yourself 2 more questions. If I made this change, how would that change my daily life? And the other one is, if I make this change, how will it benefit me today, and how will it benefit me in the long run? Because nobody wants to do anything if they can't see the benefit. So next week in our session, we're going to talk more about challenges of living with diabetes on a day-to-day basis. This session was a little bit short, but it's a good way to get started with that portion plate, and you take your food label information, and you put it all together, and you can start making some healthier food choices. But I think you're really going to want to come back for our next session. I'll see you then.